the quality. This is my third one. My cousin got one and I got one, and guess what happens? Everything looks great. The price is about $100. Everything works great, except for your air compressor is gonna go out and it won't pump any more air pressure. After about, I think my first one lasted about a month. I used it twice. I took it back. Menards returned it for me. The second one lasted about 3 months. I used it about 5 times it went out. And then I called Stanley, and Stanley sent me another one because Menards wouldn't return the second one. They sent me another one, and this one quit on me in about 5 or 6 months, and I used it less than probably 15 or 20 times. So I'm going to show you guys how to fix it, hopefully, and I'm making this as I go, but I'm a Mr. Fix-It. Not trying to brag, just I usually fix stuff, or I'm going to find the problem. Okay, you're going to unscrew all the screws on the back. Okay, there's also little ones right here that you're going to need a really tiny screwdriver like that to get in here, and I'll try to show you guys where these are. There's one there, one over here, another one on this side, and then a bunch of the little ones. You don't have to take any off on the handle because that doesn't separate. Okay, so now I already got it taken out for you guys, and your air compressor is actually back here. If you have a problem with your battery, this is how you get in the battery. You unscrew all the screws, same thing, and you get into this section here. Just showing you guys how to get in here as we go. But right now, as I got this off, this is your air compressor right here. All right, this is the motor that turns your air compressor. And you can see in there, there's some type of little fan blade, probably for cooling. Gears are turning. I believe that it's gonna be a hose that's busted in here or something, but I'm gonna try to figure that out and we'll get back to that. I thought maybe this would have been unclipped right here, but that's not. I'll keep inspecting and try to find the problem. Working. Once you get in here, you're able to change parts out. Sorry, let me get this flashlight right. Oh, crappy flashlight. Okay, so there's your battery. You're gonna get in here. There'll be numbers on here where if you want to order it, Google it or look it up on eBay or something. This one says SN12019 12 volt 19AH if you have the same model. It'll tell you what it is, and it's pretty easy to replace. All you're going to be doing is getting a new one, unscrew a couple screws here, pop a new one, you're all set. What else do you got? You got a dial here. You probably won't have to change it. I don't think any of these other components will go out on you. There's no digital display or anything like that. So it's a real simple, not a complex unit. There is a little plug here. I don't know why they've embedded the plug inside of here, the one that you charge it with, which is pretty cool. So if your unit's not charging and you're just not getting any power and it was working fine but wouldn't recharge, you could have a blown transformer. So you're gonna want to buy a new one of these. That's the first thing I would do with that. So if it's not charging again, you plug it in and it was working fine when you last used it, but it drained down, you probably just need a new transformer that'll fix your problem. And in order to get a new one of these, you're going to take this out, read the model number, and even if you get a different one, you can just splice in there into this. As long as the input and output are the same, you can replace it with an aftermarket one. So that's something you guys might want to know. I've been trying to mess with this. I turned it on. It's really loud. I'm just going to turn it on for a second for you. Everything seems to be working as it should. My cousin had one of these, the same exact model. I was saying, my cousin had one of these, and he had a bust in his hose right here. And then he said one time this thing actually slipped off of, it's a little spring around there, and he said that this one actually slipped off of this air compressor. This hose right here, if this is busted, you could probably just seal it, but then your gauge wouldn't work on the other end, because all that actually does is control your gauge. But I turned it on. I'm trying to feel around. I don't feel any busted hoses. I was hoping that one of these hoses was busted. If your thing's not working at all, you just might need a new motor, because you do have a motor there. What happens is this motor turns it right here, and this little fan is not what blows your air, but when this spins really rapidly, there's another fan inside of here. You could actually stick your finger on this other end right here on the inside. What it does, it turns and it's pumping air into here, and that's how you get the air. So far I don't see any issues, but I'm gonna have to go deeper for all you guys trying to watch this to try to fix your pump and you have the same problem that I have where you don't have a busted hose. I'm gonna go deeper for you guys, so hopefully we can get this fixed for you guys. If we can't, I'm gonna be really disappointed at the end of this video. Just unscrew this motor, and maybe if I have it out in my hands, I can get an idea of not just how it's working, but maybe where we're not getting air pressure, because what I just found out, it has almost like a piston arm, and it's cranking like that, and that's what pumps the air in there. But I'm gonna figure this out for you guys. Let's see if we can. That's the piston arm I was talking about right there. It looks like almost like a shaft and a wheel that pumps and cranks almost like a train wheel, and obviously it's pumping air into this section. Keep your fingers back if you get in here and you go and turn it on. Let me try to turn it on for you guys so you guys can see more of what's going on. Don't get your fingers in the way again, because you can get hurt. I'm going to do it for you guys, so hopefully we can find the problem. I'm still debating on whether to get one or not. Let me let you guys know that this on and off switch placement, when it was laying in my car, you'll be driving out of nowhere, and if it falls on its backside, which it will, your pump's going to turn on you, and it's going to be very frustrating because you got to pull over and turn it off. That's why I also don't recommend this. Bad engineering right there, bad placement. So, as I further inspected, I had a good chance, about 80%, of fixing this darn thing or figuring out what the problem was, and I have figured out the problem. The piston, this looks like a car piston is what it looks like, going up and down inside of this cylinder shaft. It goes up and down, and I can feel it right now. There's no pressure. Compression. There's a rubber ring around here. What this does is goes up and down, causing air to flow into the hose, feeding it into what you're pumping into. If you replace this rubber ring that's on there, this will solve your problem. I think that's the only rubber ring on there. So it's more like of a plastic, hard plastic is what actually it feels like. I thought it was a ring, but it's actually a hard piece of plastic that's been grinded down. So this is definitely something that should have been recalled, or they should take care of. That's why I don't recommend buying Stanley. If you're going to want this for the air compressor, it is not going to last you. Don't buy it. Give me a thumbs up for letting you guys know about this. That's all I ask for. That's why I make these videos. The piston ring out, show you guys. It's all worn out over here. Somehow if you can get a new one of these or replace it. I'm trying to pop this out. I'm not seeing how it separates. I've tried this to actually turns and twists, but it's not unscrewing. So I gotta get some kind of rubber gasket around here to fix this. Get a new one of these somehow, and this will fix your problem, or just don't buy the unit at all. Stanley can make a better product where it's gonna last you at least 5 years. I mean, this is something you want in emergencies. What if you end up in a flat near the mountains with a flat tire and you can't fix it? So I tried to wash that off to give you guys a better idea of what that rubber ring is. So this rubber ring has no compression right here. I mean, I'm sliding this and it's loose. That's why I'm not getting no air pumping into my air compressor. So I've used some of this lube that you could put in keg pumps, and then I put a little rubber band around there. We're going to see if this works, and I lubed up the inside of the cylinder. So, and then I push this back. I just want to show you guys that we have fixed it, and I had it running for about 10 minutes and no issues. Check this out. Air compressor is fixed and working.